Well, hello there. It is I, your Star Wars dad, and my Star Wars dad friend, NOOCH Cosmo. Say hello, NOOCH Cosmo.
Hello, NOOCH Cosmo.
Lord Salacious B. Crumb has been a member for 3 months. Congratulations. Congrats on your new little Mandalorian Chiron. What are we calling these? PFPs? What do you call that? You know, are you with me? What the
Use your words.
icon? What?
Use your words.
Just forget it. The little picture, the avatar. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh,
It's yeah. All right. Good story. By the way,
okay.
I think Nooch Cosmo is was playing something he's gonna tell everybody about. But
I,
what?
I am playing NOOCH Bingo, and if if you guys aren't, you need to click it. There's a link in the underneath the YouTube video. I've already got 3 of them done because he said hello there. He laughed really hard, and hey, NOOCH Too Good is a free square in the middle. So I am well on my way to bingo.
And there you have it. All
Looking forward
right.
to the dancing. I want to check off dancing sometime tonight.
I don't know if I'm gonna be dancing. I feel like bloated tonight. I'm kind of got the watermelon going a little bit. I need to get my anyway. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna get started. So, because we got 2 hours and 7 minutes ahead of us, right?
That's right.
And we'll talk about this movie. So here we go. Wait. On your mark, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. On your mark, get set, go. I love the 20th Century Fox drums, by the way.
It's on the CD, right? When you buy the soundtrack, it has this. I think it also has the THX sound.
The.
Uh huh. That was really good.
Thank you. I'm really good at THX sounds. I think we lost Lord Salacious B. Crumb there.
Like this Cosmo guy is just a clown. I
Yeah,
love
I
him.
agree. No, I remember that 20th Century Fox sound. It would come up and it'd be like, it was like, oh, I'm watching Star Wars. Like it was like a thing. I always thought it was cool that like these are the only movies I know of that don't have credits. And maybe there's something else out there, but I don't. I can never think of it.
At the beginning,
Yeah, there's no credits at the beginning of the movie.
pretty much every movie these days has no credits. Sometimes they don't even give you the title of the movie until the end, right?
Is that what they do now?
Yeah, is what they do now. You're thinking of the '80s when yes, you had the credits, you'd had all the actors, you had all the cast boy credits, everything at the beginning.
I'm stuck in the 80s. Hey, your Starlink is looks like it's being affected by Ukraine's upload speed.
Am I getting choppy?
Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool that he opened it up. I really thought that was yeah, that's a cool move.
Yes.
We didn't read the crawl. What's happening?
What's going on? So, how many times have we seen this movie? Would you say?
It's at least 100.
You think?
I think so. Don't you think? No?
Probably.
Because when we would spend the night, I mean, and by the way, look at that Star Destroyer. That's 1980. That's unbelievable. Um, this is the movie we'd watch almost every single time. That's my computer, right? Do you hear that?
I do hear that, and that was you.
I don't know why my computer's beeping at me. Anyway, um, I don't know what I was saying.
You were talking about how much we watched it. We would go to your house to have a sleepover, and you had a couch down in your family room, living room, family room, with a fold-out bed, one of those, and we'd put the VCR tape in, and away we'd go. Right?
Yep, the comfy couch. I can't sleep on those things. I've tried, and boy, that's a young man's game. Stop motion tauntaun.
Yep.
You know those rumors about how he had the he had the bike accident between the movies, and they said that they did this whole Wampa thing to cover up for it.
Oh,
Just
like
not.
his scars
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
not true. It was just part of the
No.
movie. So we would watch. We were saying before we would the movies we watched the most were probably this and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade are probably the two movies that came out in '88 or '89, I think.
89. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to watch that. That would have been like squeezing it all in. I don't know. When do we? Because I guess we just would have watched that relentlessly our senior year of high school.
I guess that's true. We're dating ourselves now.
Yeah, I know. Here it comes, Wampa. You smell something? Yeah. So somebody did ask me about the special effects in this and if I thought they were better than the original. Um,
I mean, they are.
yeah. I definitely think the added special effects in this movie are better than the ones they added for episode 4.
Yes, those were a travesty. We've said before.
Yeah. The only thing I like in episode in A New Hope is the X-wing battle. I think was a really well. I like that. I like that.
Right. You mean the Jabba scene was not your fave?
That's ridiculously stupid.
Yes.
Relentlessly, ridiculously stupid.
I think one thing that makes this movie so great is that the characters, the actors, have really come into their roles. Right. Luke is not as whiny. He's a little more confident. Right. The relationship between Han and Leia continues to grow. They're 3 years less young. Right. Carrie
Yeah,
Fisher isn't 19 anymore. Um, and I really like seeing the character development as they kind of fall into their roles a little bit more.
I agree, and I think it's. I mean, I think this is Hans. This is Harrison Ford peak. Like this movie, and he was making Raiders of the Lost Ark at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
Well, so long, Your Worship. These scenes are. I just love. Harrison Ford. Han Solo is hilarious in this the whole time.
Man, it's a lot of lipstick.
Well, you got to keep your lips warm on Hoth,
Was she wearing ski boots?
Oh yeah, she's basically at the Aspen Ranch. Probably don't.
Other than their goofy pants, the Empire dresses better. The Rebellion is into orange, lots of orange.
Yeah, they do like
Their
orange.
their insignias, like the General has, look like I don't know. They look like some weird LED lighting or something like that.
Yeah, the insignias that we use now, like that little wing or whatever for the rebellion and the gear whatever kind of thing for the empire, those weren't like we never. I mean, I never thought of that when I was in the '80s watching these movies.
Well, they're on the helmets, right? The X-wing pilots, right?
Yeah, you're right. They're on the helmets, but you didn't really think of it as the symbol for the rebellion.
Yeah, that's true.
I wonder when that became a thing. I don't know where he is.
Eats, drinks something on stream. Bam.
David Boucher, what's up? How you doing? By the way, Han Solo just said it's getting dark out there, and he shut 3PO by putting his hand over it. That's how you shut a droid up. You put your hand over their mouth.
Right.
Because they have to expel air to speak.
You're saying this isn't realistic? What's the guy on the right got? Is that a cooler full of like Coors Light or something?
What's the what?
Nah, it's over. It's
I
gone.
missed it. Sorry. Ooh, there's a medical droid right there. That's right. My friend's not in it. I remember when he said, "I'll see you in hell." I was like, "So, oh, he cussed." Ooh.
Where'd they film these scenes on Hoth?
I don't know. In the snow somewhere. I mean, should I look it up?
If only there were a worldwide network of computers which would have information like that.
Where was Hoth filmed? Hoth, but the real filming was Finse, Norway.
Yeah.
Good old Finse. Like there, this is an added scene.
Yeah.
I don't need it. It doesn't add a lot for me either. Like, I remember the original, there's a lot more mystery. Like, you can kind of hear him eating and you see little glimpses. But I don't think you saw the big creature, do you?
I don't think you ever did. No, you just saw like him, a bunch of fur.
Right. Cyrano! Yes, Cosmo's playing Nooch Bingo. Correct.
You got to join me on Nooch Bingo. I've got 5 so far.
He says he might load one up. I don't know if that means Nooch Bingo or something else. Hell. You suck, Luke. Rey was beating up Kylo Ren within minutes of touching a lightsaber. Now, so, alright. This is awesome, by the way. I love this scene. All you do, you know that the way you kill aliens is just slice their arms off.
Yep.
Oh, wait, you didn't kill him. That's
You
unnecessary.
learned that from old Ben.
Yeah. So my big beef with this scene is Ben says Dagobah and Luke says Dagobah, and I don't think Luke's ever heard of Dagobah until Ben said it, and yet he pronounces it differently.
I think it's pronounced Dagobah.
I believe that's Dagobah. Actually, neither one of you are pronouncing it right because it's Dagobah.
Do these tauntauns sound like the Hamburglar, or am I dating myself by talking about the
No,
Hamburglar?
they do sound like the Hamburglar. You're right. You didn't. No, the snorting was extra. $3PO and Han in this are amazing.
I've always wondered, after all the years of 3PO missing his belly part there, couldn't they have just put a piece over his wires? I mean, really?
He's so exposed. Well, then he couldn't move
Stop
around.
wearing a belly shirt.
Come on, Luke. You can do it. We used to play Hoth out in the snow.
Yes, we did.
And I played with my brother.
Stagger around.
Yeah, you swagger around and you just fall right down and boom. Ben! Ben! At least they didn't, like, redo the tauntauns so they were smoother or something. Leave it alone.
So is he General Solo at this point?
What did he call him? I don't think
Or
he's
is that
General
not
Solo.
until Return of the Jedi.
What did Rycan call him? I think he called him Captain Solo. There's Cliff Clavin.
Wait, what?
Cliff Clavin. They're on the
John
right.
Ratzenberger?
Yeah. Right here he comes.
Oh.
Watch, he's walking up right now. That's him.
Huh.
I mean, he changed his voice or
Yeah, he doesn't
something.
sound like him at all.
It is him though.
I believe you.
He's also in the original Superman movie. He's one of the operators. No, Superman 2. He's one of the operators in NASA's control room when the Phantom Zone criminals are attacking the astronauts on the moon. Does anybody know who Cliff Clavin is out there? He was in Cheers. Cyril says, I noticed a lot of different Star Wars characters pronounce different planets differently, more noticeably in Clone Wars. It makes sense. I get it. Maybe he has heard of Dagobah, and I'm just being, a jerk.
It's like, I believe it's pronounced Hoth. We're on Hoth.
Oh, Hoth? Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Hoth. He really fell hard there, dude, by the way. Look how deep he is in the snow. Ben?
What are you doing here?
Dagobah system? Sort of. The Jedi Master who sort of instructed me.
Do all Jedis, after they pass on, become Jedi ghosts that can haunt their apprentices and, I don't know, provide strategic information, instruction, guidance, teaching? I mean,
I think
sure seems convenient.
I think there's some kind of rules established in the canon about it now that I don't pay
Really?
attention to, but
Have to be a good guy.
yeah, like what was it at when didn't Yoda say to Obi-Wan at the end of Revenge of the Sith that he'll have an old friend there for him or something? Why does that sound?
Oh, yeah,
And you know it's Qui-Gon. That Tauntaun lost a claw, by the way. Did you see that?
I did.
This is a great
And
line.
Luke's Tauntaun was missing part of his horn.
Well, there you go. Realistic. I thought they smelled bad on the outside. Han's always ready for a nice little quip, no matter it's negative 40 degrees and the wind's blowing.
Don't put your glasses down. Gotta say your line.
Say the line, then put the glasses down. Kaiser, what's up? What does from mean, Kaiser? The ghost thing does get answered in Clone Wars. Yoda learns that Qui-Gon figured out how to do the ghost thing, and I guess the knowledge got passed on. Charging towers, probably? What? From charging towers, probably. Were we talking about charging towers?
So didn't they fix this where you could see through the speeders?
Yeah, when the movie first came out, you used to be able to see through the speeders, for sure. And they did fix that.
Wedge!
That's not Wedge.
Isn't that Wedge?
No, it's not Wedge. Look at that guy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That's like Porkin's brother. This guy is Rogue 2. I assume that Wedge is Rogue One. I don't know.
Oh,
I mentioned the broken Tauntaun horn from charging. This is a Lego Star Wars Battles joke. So the Tauntaun in the game charges towers and bangs his head into him. Have you ever seen Bill Hader do his Tauntaun impression?
No.
That's worth watching. He's literally goes. It's really good.
That was really good.
Well, I'm just copying him. I wouldn't have got it without that. Yes, Kaiser, you play too much. Watch movies with us. Man, Bacta became such a huge thing after nobody had ever heard of it until right here. Then it was the thing that preserved Darth Vader.
I know, right? I've got a Bacta tank right over here.
Yeah. Luckily, did you watch the Boba Fett series at all?
I watched the first episode. That's as far as I got.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. You need to watch episodes 5 and 6 because it's all Mando in those.
Okay.
Like they literally just abandoned Boba Fett and did 2 Mando episodes.
Like this isn't working out.
Basically, yeah. Basically.
Whose idea was this?
I think we're about to get some sister kissing here in a second.
You know, Han's got a lot of hair.
Oh, yeah. He's got that late 70s hair going for sure. Hey, who's scruffy looking? You know, there's a if you watch the old trailer for this, it's Harrison Ford's voice. Like he does the trailer for Empire Strikes Back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty funny when you really pay attention to it. Yeah.
Trailers back in the day were pretty awful.
Pretty awful.
You watch them and you're like, why would I even watch that movie?
Now they're too much. Like they're just way too much of the movie.
too much. Everything blinks on second after second. If you're epileptic, I can't imagine what it's like to watch a modern trailer.
And it's like a minute and a half, and you're like, well, what's left? It's,
Yeah.
Leia always knew. No, she didn't. Stop it. That's gross.
She suspected though.
Ugh. Oh yeah, she did say it. Somehow I've always known, especially when I was sticking my tongue down your throat. I forgot about that. That whole scene in Return of the Jedi is pretty disappointing. When I, oh, like, all right, guys. They were pretty much done. They're like, I'm done acting. I want to do something else. Chewie's awesome. By the way,
Well,
what
they
was
could do
Han doing there?
robots
He
with
like
eyes on the back and the front at the same time,
they
right?
what?
If they could only make a robot that had eyes on the back and the front, so it didn't
Yeah.
turn and not be able to see him.
If only. If only. Hey, Andrzani. He said that here he is. Andrzani is on. It's his favorite movie is Phantom Menace. We were talking about you early on. We don't really, but that's it's a I guess it's what you love. The fourth best Star Wars movie. It's the best movie like ever. Oh, the first glimpse of the Executor.
And the Imperial March, right?
Yes, it's the first playing of the Imperial March. Think about this movie comes out, and the last thing you saw was Darth Vader floating off into space in the awards ceremony like 3 years ago. It's not like you have all this, Star Wars stuff that we have now. Crazy.
He's got a guy who buffs his helmet too.
Yeah.
I want it to have a high sheen.
Where is my helmet buffer, Admiral? By the way, Darth Vader's hilarious.
Is a good one.
What?
Androzani. Revenge of the Sith is a good one.
Oh, I didn't see that yet. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith is good. Oh, I thought you said Phantom Menace was your favorite. You just like Phantom Menace better than Empire for whatever reason. I was gonna say Darth Vader is equally scary and hilarious in this movie too. Like apology accepted, Captain Nida. He's looking around. Huh? These are my best lines.
What about the "don't choke on your aspirations"? Like,
Admiral.
Really?
Not Admiral.
General Veers, also Donovan from Last Crusade, right?
Yes. Yes. I told him not to trust anyone. Jorge! What's up? And the Falcon's broken the whole movie. What a great bit.
Let me put on my orange.
My orange under jumpsuit, so I can put my whatever that stuff, the white stuff in the. He pets Chewie. It's Tuyomi Jr. How's that droid walking up there? That hull is not smooth. Or rolling up there. Veer's the only
General Veers.
Veer's the only Imperial commander in the original trilogy to win a battle. And that's got to be true. But we don't really get to know that many Imperial commanders either in the original trilogy. He is as clumsy as he is stupid. So far, the only special effects that have been any different was the Wampa.
Yes.
Look at that ship, dude. That model had to be awesome.
Did they have a Lego Executor?
Oh, yeah. It's like $700. There he is. Walter Donovan.
I love how they all carry pens in their pockets too, just in case.
They do. That's old school. Pen in your pocket. Does he not have his cape on here? He has no cape on, right? Nope, no cape.
Gets in the way of the chair.
Yeah, I agree. Piet's like, oh crap. Thank you, Lord Vader.
Not sure I want this promotion.
Okay, Cliff's in this scene. Hank, Cliff Clavin is here. Wait, right there. He's right behind her. You see him?
Yeah, oh, I see him.
Does anybody on the stream know who Cliff Clavin is, by the way? That guy's committed. 2 fighters against a Star Destroyer. Broda! Broda came in to say hi, Cosmo.
Ah.
Ozzel, Veers, Tarkin, and David Prowse are all on Doctor Who in 1969. That's cool. Oh, 60s and 70s. So Androzani Major is a Doctor Who planet, by the way. That's where he gets his name from.
I didn't get that joke.
Yeah, I told him that our friend wore the scarf around school all the time, but we were, I was not into it. They also
a friend who wore a towel to school every Thursday.
For
Remember that? For Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
You. He was prepared. If he wore a towel to school, he's prepared, right? Wasn't that what they had to do to be ready? Yeah.
Yeah, so you can be rescued.
Yeah. Good, our first catch of the day. Nope. Here we go. The first transport is away. Hey! What kind of weird announcement is that, by the way?
Right.
The first transport is away. We've only got 750 more to go. I mean, there's a lot of people down there. Dak feels like he'd take on the whole empire himself. So I saw recently they only had 3 actual moving AT-ATs, and the rest were just still models. So anything in
the background or something?
Yeah, anything in the background beyond those 3 right there is just a still model. So I'm gonna watch out for that.
I didn't brush up on my trivia before turning the movie on, so.
Yeah, come on, man. Bum 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 bum. John Williams is a genius. Yeah, look at the 2 in the back. They aren't moving.
You're right.
Look at all those speeders, man. I don't think they mess with this. I guess the other thing they did was they made that one speeder not see-through, but that's not that big of a deal. Now, are you aware that the actor who plays Wedge is Ewan McGregor's uncle?
I was not aware of that.
There you go. I mean, how cool is that?
Duel of the Fates is a great song. Also, what is the one when I think it's called Anakin versus Obi-Wan? Love that one.
Yes, I agree. Was somebody talk about that? The Haas soundtrack is best stars being deciphered. Yeah, Duel of Fates is amazing. I agree. Red man. They're afraid of being tripped. Are you excited, Red man? What are you excited for? Just to watch? All this music is amazing. It just makes the whole. So I heard that he's coming back for what's John Williams? Oh, Indiana Jones, maybe? Is that right? I don't know why. Yeah,
He's got to be like 90 years old by now.
He's in his 80s. Was it that or was it something else? There's no Star Wars coming out. Oh, no, John Williams is doing the music for Obi-Wan. Which I'm in favor of that.
He is 90 years old this month. He just turned 90.
It's pretty old. It's hard to think of bad music he's made. I mean, he did Harry Potter and Jaws and Indiana Jones and Close Encounters, Jurassic Park.
do British people ever feel like, why do they always make the Empire British? They all have their accents.
Because we're making the movies in America. Yeah, even like the rebel leaders. Like, I think that Mon Mothma has kind of a British accent.
A little bit.
It's more like that North Atlantic accent, though, that, I don't know what you'd call it. One more pass. Come on, Wedge. Wedge is pretty cool.
Doesn't Wedge show up in the
Yes.
first 3 movies as well? Yeah.
No. He shows up in
No?
Rise of Skywalker at the end.
Uh,
I think they had to talk him into it, too.
and bring your rifle.
Why don't they just fly up high and come down and shoot him in the neck?
Yeah.
Look how much damage that's doing to that place. Like, the whole thing is shaking like it's a cardboard house.
I just get so tired of setting up bases and having to get bombed all the time.
That one goes there. That's one of my favorite lines. And he goes, this one goes there, that one goes there. And he's pointing in 2 different places, but the way he says this is like, not that at all.
Those guns are so effective.
Yeah. So I'm like, why do you keep shooting at it? Like, shoot at something else. Shoot at that ATST. Those snowtroopers were cool.
What happened to his nose?
That's what I'm like. I wonder that too. Like, his ship is fully intact. Like, why is his nose bleeding?
Maybe he's one of those guys that just gets nosebleeds. He's like, oh crap, again in the middle of battle.
And yes, Andrew, you're correct. Wedge is the only like character to survive aside from our heroes through all 3 movies. Like, why didn't they bring back General Dodonna? You know how he kind of got stuck there? I think that there's like a deleted scene where he gets stuck for a minute.
Make it more dramatic as the big foot comes.
Yeah, I guess so. Stop looking at it. That's a mistake. Let me go look and see how I'm doing. You made it. Look at that place. Just from stomping. He's coming to get her, and she's just... She doesn't need him at all. If you never read Lost Stars, well, I suck. Sorry, Broda. I don't know what that is. Is that a Star Wars book? How typical. Come on!
Does Anthony Daniels, like, he's always like this, or like this?
Yes.
Is it the suit? Or is
Yes.
it just a guy that walks around like that?
I think it's the suit. I don't think he walks around like... You know, he hated Kenny Baker, right? They hated each other.
What?
Yeah. Like...
You're just starting rumors.
No, they like couldn't stand each other. And it sounds like from accounts that Anthony Daniels is kind of a douchebag. Like, he's kind of pompous, and so I find that interesting. There's another way to do it. Blow it up from the inside. I mean, that was quite the chain reaction.
Yeah.
He tossed one grenade in the belly, and it blew up the whole freaking thing.
It's because Galen Erso built a thing into those, too.
Oh.
Bomb on the belly, it'll start a chain reaction.
Yep. Those little Stormtrooper helmets are pretty cool, too, those AT-AT pilots. I remember I had one of those.
I think Biker Scout outfits are the best.
They're pretty cool. And they're in Mandalorian and they're trying to shoot the can or whatever and they can't shoot it.
Yeah.
Wow, of
But
course it's a
power's
sorry.
still on.
Sorry, Broda. I haven't read Star Wars books in a lot, probably since those Thrawn books I read back, Heir to the Empire. I read those. What's she grunting? Ah, she says. But, what are you going? Here we go. That's awesome. Now, they didn't think to show him coming in on an Imperial shuttle, which would have been cool. But he's moving. He's like determined. How typical. He talks to the camera. How typical. Yeah, this is where Han and 3 and all of a sudden 3PO made up like 50 yards there too. He really made up some ground.
Speaking of tolerating C-3PO, I used to skip all the Yoda scenes. I was like, oh, Yoda's so annoying. And then I understood his wisdom, and now I really enjoy him.
You got older? Did you skip all the Yoda scenes?
I didn't like Yoda like long ago.
Andrzani can't stand C3PO. Come on, man. He's in every movie.
Is it bad to tell my wife sometimes when we get in the car, punch it, Chewie?
No, that's great.
Okay. The famous scene where Luke's head doesn't track the ship.
Yes. He's going like this and the ship's like a tick behind his gaze. Yes.
It's like we've seen this a lot of times.
Now, they got the first transport away. I guess they're all just getting away really easily now. Like, there's no more.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, Vader just landed from the Executor, for God's sake. I mean, I think it'd be a little more trouble getting off the planet. Look how many moons that thing's got. There were 3 moons right there.
Apparently, you could just take the X-Wing fighters and go on your personal little errands. Just gonna run to the store. Costco is over here.
I'm freaking Luke Skywalker. I'm going where I want. Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The asteroid field music.
This is awesome.
Oh, I didn't see those at all.
These Star Destroyer
believe-
pilots, they're so stupid.
Who's flying that thing?
Like, you didn't see the other 2 Star Destroyers coming. You had no idea that you might want to swing a little bit to the starboard there. But, sir... Watch what? By the way, they didn't really make any calculations for that jump to light speed they just tried, did they? They were just gonna,
Nah,
yeah.
who needs calculations?
Well, if you don't, you'll fly right through a planet, or what did he say? Chewie sets the toolbox right on the edge so it'll just fall out.
right?
Yeah. Like it's barely hanging on. A little pause there while he waits for the next one to hit. He's so crabby this whole movie.
What? I don't know how the Falcon's laid out, but she's like talking down to the floor. How is there like a microphone there?
Yeah, there's like a comm link or whatever.
Oh, comlink.
They're in the cockpit that's off to the side. What, you don't like comlink? Is that timer ear? Yeah. Yeah, we're at let me see here. 38:57. Yeah, we're right on it. We're maybe my timer might be a second or two fast. Well, yeah, we're right on it, Kaiser. Jump in. I had some of the original comics the Marvel comics back from like 78, 79. I remember having those back in the day.
I'm never a comic guy myself.
Yeah, you're not a comic book guy, I know that. Pulverized? Really amazing special effects, though.
Mm-hmm. Minox, the heroes.
He's referencing the game again, by the way. They have Minox in the game.
Of course they do.
Kaiser plays too
Lego
much.
Minox.
Joseph, I need to watch episode 3 of The Hobbit, I guess. I want to do it when I build the Boba Fett starship, Slave 1, we like to call it. But I didn't have time this last weekend. We just had too much going on, so I'll get it done. This one's a one shot. We're talking about comics and stuff that I don't know anything about.
An Ewok Jedi who rolled a Minoc in battle.
What? Holy cow!
That's
What?
awesome.
So in the Star Wars role playing game, like Dungeons and Dragons? Hang on. You gotta be in complete panic here, like you're about to die.
You know, crash landings in this movie are pretty gentle.
Yeah.
He crashes a snow speeder. He crashes this thing.
And it's still fully intact. Yeah, his snowspeeder came out just fine. The entire Hobbit trilogy is awful. That is correct. In the first two movies, there was more extra content than there was content from the books. I added it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Andersoni does win chat by playing an Ewok Jedi who rode a Minoc in a battle in a Star Wars role-playing game and prayed to C-3PO as his god. That is that's excellent. Spaceships aren't going that fast. Like the Millennium Falcon crashing into what's the First Order planet called? Like they just pop out of hyperspace right when they get there or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, come on.
No problemo.
He carried the Minoc egg around with him until it hatched. Hey, Thick and Nuggets, what's up, Ford? So you would skip over like even these beginning Yoda parts because they're hilarious.
Yeah, like I would just skip over everything on Dagobah.
What?
Dagobah.
It's so amazing.
I'm telling you, I have come around. I have repented, seen the error in my ways.
Your gun is sopping wet, Luke. Like water flew everywhere when he pulled it out.
There's probably a theory about Minox being Sith Lords or something, right?
Ooh, that's a good theory, actually.
Or Ewoks.
With Jar Jar. The Jar Jar theory actually has a little water to it, you know. It's got
It
a
does. That's why it's so great.
yeah. It's you know it's like it's hard to completely discount that Jar Jar might be a Sith Lord. It's pretty unbelievable. This whole thing is a set.
What kind of dreams do you have, buddy?
When you enter Lord Vader's chambers, is you barely come in the door and then let it close behind you. Then you can proceed
That's right.
and look at his brainy head.
Boom. I like that.
Star Killer
Get it out there.
base. Shunk. Shunk. Wait a minute. Starkiller Base was the planet where the Jedi went to get their kyber crystals? No. No. Is that true? None of the other Gungans seem to move like Jar Jar. I don't. Is that true?
We did. Was it drunken boxing fighting style?
That whole sentence sounded like Jar Jar that you just said, by the way. Wasn't hidden Junkin boxing? Wasn't he drunken boxing? Every time he's screaming something weird, it sounds like it's actually some ancient Sith magic. I suspect.
Watch the hands there, buddy.
Yeah. This line's kind of weird. It kind of gets cut off. Because he says, haven't got time for anything else. It's kind of like, I haven't got time for anything else. That old Harrison Ford smile. They hollowed it out and used the kyber. Really? I didn't know that. So they built Starkiller Base on the planet where they used to get their kyber crystals. I didn't know that. So that's one of those canon things that we got to learn. And
Yeah. Come on, man.
it's just a lot. It's just a lot of info, Androzani. It's not your fault.
It's not my fault.
No light speed? They told me they fixed it. I don't know. I feel like.
I can confirm that Androzani is right. I'm looking on Wikipedia,
Really?
and indeed, Starkiller Base was built on the ice planet of Ilum, and Ilum was where they went to harvest kyber crystals. So, well done.
Yeah, I knew that he went to Mustafar at the beginning of episode 9. I did know that. They should have focused more on that. Think of the risk they took here. I remember Mark Hamill talking about it's like, Frank was doing some really cool things with this puppet and it was funny. We all liked it on set, but we had no idea if this was going to work on screen.
Yeah.
And sequels weren't really... What?
He even sounds like a Muppet, right?
Yeah. He sounds like Fozzie Bear. He's so funny here.
Maybe this is why I didn't like him. He was just like dumb, just silly.
This is when they
Song.
sing Seagulls, yes. It was just too silly for the movie, yes.
That's a song that gets stuck in your head.
Yoda's totally playing this up so much, man. Like, he knows R2. He knows him.
Well, doesn't R2 know him?
There's the question of the day.
Mm.
But they wiped. Well, did they wipe both their memories or just 3POs?
Didn't R2 just go into like kind of a funk for a decade or something?
That was after Luke left in Force Awakens or whatever. Fozzie looks like Gonzo. Yeah, he does kind of look like Gonzo. No nose though. Lucas loves it. Seems like a fool, but actually a master thing. More Darth Jar Jar theory.
Luckily, on the entire planet, he lands within 100 yards of Yoda's home.
You know, you could sense the Force. It pulls you in the right direction.
We'll say that's it.
I don't think it's 100 yards. It's kind of like maybe a mile. It's a nice little walk. No, at the end of Revenge of the Sith, because Bail Organa says, doesn't he say wipe their memories or wipe the one's memory? Just 3PO, says Androzani. Yeah, that's what I thought. So R2 and Yoda should know each other. You guys blew it. There goes the cannon.
So many plot holes.
Han steals 3PO's idea. By the way, whatever she's trying to move here is never moving for any human. And that is a dead stop. She's trying to push it through.
Yeah. Maybe if I pull it harder.
Sure, Leia. Because 3PO can't keep his mouth shut, yes.
Snitches get stitches.
Scoundrel.
I tried these lines on a woman once. It didn't work the same way.
You're not a scoundrel. We're just two nice guys. I hate when an asteroid wipes out an entire star. Oh, there he goes. Well, we lost Captain Nimrod over there.
I mean, consider that Vader here is on basically a personal vendetta. Following one ship, I mean, it's costing him entire Star Destroyers, thousands of personnel.
Yeah.
I gotta start questioning his leadership here.
Here.
I gotta get me a cape like that, sweeping behind me everywhere I want.
Oh yeah, I agree. This part is better with the real Palpatine in it.
Palpatine.
Yeah. And they fixed some of the dialogue. I think this whole part's better.
What's the 15th birthday story?
When you guys burst onto me while I was naked.
Good times,
I
good
I told
times.
that story on the last stream.
Hey, at least we didn't take you out to breakfast naked like we did with uh, Haji.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that? We grabbed him in the basement. He sleeps naked as well, and he just wrapped himself up in a sheet, and we took him to that breakfast place,
Gingham's?
Gingham's, and he was wrapped in a sheet the whole time.
I was probably there, but I don't
You weren't
remember it.
there? Oh
I'm
wow,
sure I was
that's
there.
gonna count as Nooch too old on my bingo square
There you
because you don't
go.
remember that.
We used to kidnap people back in the day. It was like it was like a thing. We're kidnapping you for your
Ha
birthday.
ha ha ha! We don't do that anymore. Just to be clear.
Poor R2. They won't let him in the hut. It's raining. I want to eat some snake meat. The staplers on the storage stores are $15,000 each. So at my birthday, you don't remember it, you probably don't, but my sisters were asking me for like Morgan's phone number like well ahead of time and stuff. So I knew something was coming because that wasn't normal.
Hmm.
And then they forced me to go to the pool with you that day. And I'm like, oh, so it's today. And it wasn't my birthday, but it was close. So we went there all the time anyway to play tennis and whatever. And we came back, and then you guys like just my doorknob didn't shut all the way, which I never really paid attention to until that moment.
It's like in a horror movie when you realize something's wrong,
Yeah.
but it's
Dun
too
dun
late.
dun dun.
Classic Luke. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Like his father.
At this point, is Luke wondering, like, what was in that stuff I was eating? Am I hallucinating?
There's a ceiling there, dude.
Honestly, Luke did not get cool until The Last Jedi, and then he died.
Was he cool? He was kind of funny.
He was cool.
When he was making fun of Ray, you mean? Or what made him cool?
Yeah, just he had presence finally instead of kind of this whiny business. And tell him I'm okay. I'm ready.
Or even in Return of the Jedi where he's kind of wispy and like mysterious, like my
Yeah.
father has it, my sister has it. Like, why are you talking about the lisp all of a sudden, dude? Where'd that come from? The green milk is what did it for me. And he's like, "Brr." That's so awesome.
So they have a team of like 5 puppeteers. I mean, people are moving his ears, and
His
sometimes his
eyes.
eyes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Frank Oz was just doing like maybe the one arm and the head.
Yeah.
Then they had like I think they had remote controls if I remember right.
He did troll Kylo Ren. That was pretty cool. See you around, kid.
Oh yes, that I agree with that. I liked that a lot. Luke was cool at the end of Return of the Jedi when he throws his lightsaber away, and but just throughout it, he just kind of and he's cool at the beginning too at Jabba's palace. But
I think he is. Yeah, he's kind of cool when he's vaguely threatening Jabba.
right, but then like in the middle when he comes to Dagobah and he goes back and I have it, my father has it, my sister has it. He's just like, why are you talking like this? What is going on here? I thought Luke was actually pretty appropriate in Last Jedi, except for the gonna kill my nephew in his sleep bit is pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Um, but the rest of it really, I mean, I can you. That's what it's what Ben did. It's what Yoda did. You know, they became hermits, and um,
It's the Jedi way.
yeah, and I like the fact that he found something new with the Force and projected himself across. I thought that was really cool. The best part of Jedi is when Yoda gets so tired of answering, he just dies. Sky. You really can't understand it unless you think of it. You gotta see it a couple times, like, what was he saying? Wait, what did he
Yeah.
say? Oh, it's gone.
You ordering a pizza?
Say what again? Skywalker. I think that's what he does. He goes. Han says, "Wait a minute. Let me shoot it."
That's the right answer.
I don't think this is a rock. So tired of answering Luke's questions, he just dies. He doesn't answer anymore. Hi. Yeah. No
So I
more
have a
of these
question. As
questions.
I'm new to watch parties, really this is my second one ever. Do all of you on the chat, do you have the movie up? Are you watching along with us, or are you just listening to us yak about it? Because it must be kind of weird if you don't see the movie and we suddenly make a comment about it. So I'm curious, are all of you watching as well?
This is two old guys wondering what we're doing. This is no cave. Wait, those teeth were never going to close down enough to keep them in there.
Need some dental work.
Kaiser has a movie up right now. Yeah, he asked what
Okay.
if we were on the time. So you need to watch episodes 5 and 6 of Mando or Boba Fett because of Mando, and maybe the last
Okay.
one just to get the Mando update. But
But the rest are skippable.
yeah, I don't want to give away what happens, but you may
Okay.
tell you.
No.
Don't okay.
No. I'll get there.
If you want to see the worst Star Wars like episode of anything ever, watch episode 3. It's horrifically awful. And you'll know when you get there. Yes, sir?
NOOCH bingo. NOOCH family cameo.
Yeah, there was a cameo over there. Hey, Mary, Mary's watching. Andrzani has him on member. Yeah, I'm the same way. We are on Andrzani's TV and your phone. Wow. And I'm on 2 devices.
NOOCH is on every device.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like we're in like quadruple stereo in Andrzani's house. Episode 3 is horrible. Episode 2 of Boba Fett was good actually too. I liked episode 2. Episode 3 is just
This
don't.
is Cosmo. We were watching Mandalorian, and you remember those episodes with the egg lady?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. Little lizard.
Yeah, yeah. She's like she almost stopped watching the series because of that episode. She's like, "This is so horrible."
What? Because Grogu's
So-
eating the eggs?
Yeah, but just the character was just horrible. Like she just didn't like that character, the whole egg subplot. And then I think didn't she show up again either the next episode or maybe a couple episodes later? She's like, "Oh no, here they are again." I'm like, "Honey, it's okay. We just gotta move on past the egg lady."
Isn't that funny how we all get our things? Like you wouldn't watch Yoda for years or whatever. I mean, we all
Yeah,
have
right.
our little yeah. Cyrano's just listening to us watch it. Cool. Well, we're about to go into the tree cave. Your weapons, you will not need them. I'm Luke Skywalker. Shut up.
So many snakes.
R2 is super nervous. I mean, he's like going like he's like going crazy. I am not putting my head down where that lizard's going, by the way. Nope. Or that snake in front of him. Forget that.
Snakes. Why did it have
Why'd
to
that be snakes?
Oh, there it is. Non-Star Wars movie quote. Oh, my bingo board's filling up.
Oh, just from us, you mean?
Isn't that... It's on the bingo. It says non-Star Wars movie quote. You just gave it. Chad Vader. What was that? Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Chad Vader, was that the guy? Was that the guy in the grocery store? Like he was the manager?
Yes.
That was early YouTube stuff. Yeah.
That takes me back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because he's like, you will stock the shelves. What are you doing, dude? I'm off in 5 minutes. You will stay late. Work overtime. I got whatever. I got a date tonight. Shut up, Chad.
Although I really enjoy Starkiller Base, Undercover Boss. You know,
Oh, yes, with Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
You know, there was a second episode of that, too.
It wasn't as funny.
It wasn't as funny, but the first... Adam Driver's amazing, by the way. I love that guy.
He is. I love how he makes fun of himself.
Yes. Did you... yeah, that one's funny. Did you see the one where he's the oil baron? And so Pete Davidson, who's really annoying, by the way, I don't get it, but is they're in the classroom and you need to watch that. Just watch Adam Driver, Oil Baron.
Okay.
It's stinking hilarious.
Making notes.
Did you guys ever watch Troops?
Chad Vader again.
So there's a square for quoting other movies? Is that what the square is for?
It says.
I guess I must quote other movies a lot. I don't know.
I'm really waiting for Old Man Cough, but...
We don't need this, scum. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm busy. Go away.
I have Bosk the figurine. I should have dug up my Star Wars Kenner figures for this. I have Boba Fett. I've got Bosk.
Well, good for you for keeping them. Ugh, I'm an idiot.
I lost Darth Vader.
I don't know what troops. What's troops, Andrzani? Do you see, oh, they dubbed in.
Yeah, his voice there.
I can't remember the guy. The original guy's name is Jeremy Bullock. And new guy is oh no, I've lost his name.
Oh, Troops, I remember that. Yeah.
Oh, I kind of remember that. Kind of. Hux and I took a what Hogwarts house are you quiz. Hux got Slytherin, so I did eventually first get a help. What? What do you say? What's that from?
Haven't you taken your Harry Potter house quiz?
Yeah, but Hux is in there.
I agree, Cyril. It's sort of like, I know there's a bunch I'm not going to get, but I'm hoping there's a certain one that I need. I think all the bingo squares are different for each of us, right? So if NOOCH does a certain thing, I might be able to pull this off.
Kaiser, you got the power droid. Like a Gronk droid or something?
Gronk droid? Those things are awesome.
You'd think the Russians would take their bots out of chat right now with their reputation as it is. Yeah. Look at that old guy on the left. I think he's going to go personally apologize to Lord Vader. I think that's going to go well.
This is where we learn that they have cloaking devices in this universe.
Yeah, right?
Use them more.
But not for ships that small. You need a giant ship to have a cloaking device.
Like a Star Destroyer being cloaked could be important.
I love Harry Potter. So here's my question. Like, you see Luke, he's in his second, he's like 3 years in, and he's barely able to, like, hold a handstand on one hand and lift a rock off the ground at the same time. Like, walking and chewing bubblegum with the Force.
Hmm.
But so why didn't like I feel like when they found Rey and when they found Anakin, Rey could have been the same age, but she should have been like moving stuff around, you know? She should have been like reaching for something she couldn't get it and like grab it with the Force. That should have been the opening scene, like, oh, here's somebody with the Force.
Yeah.
And that would have been so much more interesting, right? To see what she did. And then she would have been much more when she developed so quickly, you would have accepted it more. Like, yeah, she just needed a kick in the pants.
I don't know. I felt like in that whole movie, it was like Rey could do everything.
Yeah.
Finn's there as what? What did he do? Really? She did everything. She fixed the ship. She flew the ship. She fought a Jedi. Or ex-Jedi.
Yeah, I agree. Either one of us got the bot there, Cyril. I don't know. One of us grabbed it. Hasbro Gronk droid was really bad. I don't remember if I had the Gronk droid or not. It's been a while. There is no try. That's a great line.
I have a T-shirt with that line.
Do you?
That's awesome. I do.
I got my New York shirt on. I usually have a Star Wars shirt on. Yeah, he's barely able to grab his lightsaber, but Rey is like flinging her lightsaber into her hands, and then I don't know.
I like Yoda's just kind of like, oh my gosh.
Told you I did.
So, is there a prize for NOOCH Bingo? Like, do I get something?
You get a round of applause.
All right.
Palpatine family, but greater than Skywalker family, I guess. Yeah, the clone thing. But then again, why wasn't she just she anyway? I had the same feeling about Anakin. I thought they should have run into Anakin as a teenager, and he was kind of running things on Tatooine, like he was kind of a bully with and using the Force a little bit, and they had to like straighten him out and get him. You know, I felt they should have found Anakin. Yeah, the Skywalker lightsaber calls out to a Palpatine for some reason, right? Makes sense.
I also like right here where Yoda explains the Force and how it's, it connects us and binds us and it's all around us and all this kind of stuff. And then we get to this midichlorian junk and I don't know, like what was that? Can we all agree that was terrible?
Yes, you go from the mystical to the medical.
Yes.
I just thought of that.
That's catchy.
Thank you. Yeah, they definitely could have done Anakin better. They could have given like Finn and Poe actual storylines too. I'm just saying.
I never liked Poe.
There was no point. They didn't really ever give him anything to do except fly an X-wing. Like he's kind of like a glorified Wedge. Midi-chlorians are sacred. Well, this is a guy that loves Phantom Menace, so you know. What are you clipping, Cyrano?
He's a glorified Wedge. I was thinking that's a great line.
Oh.
In any other context, it'd be like...
You like in The Last Jedi when that kid who was cleaning up has the Force, and the next movie they're like, just kidding, everybody. Yep. Like...
The Clintons and the Kennedys?
Yeah, let's put Rian Johnson and J.J. Abrams in a room and just let them go. I have a feeling we'd see some fisticuffs. Yeah, because it was really cool at the end of the movie. It's like, there's a kid, oh, look, he's got the Force. And then nothing. Apology accepted. Now, you've argued in the past he's not dead.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's dead.
Think.
The problem is he looks like he's too easy to pick up right here.
Yeah,
He moves his legs a little bit.
Yeah, right there. Look at that. I feel like... Wasn't there was it a Robot Chicken episode where they had somebody that would always pretend to be choked? And then he'd come back later as somebody else?
I don't
so
know.
that Vader thought he was choking people, but he really wasn't.
All I remember is that in Robot Chicken, you'd have the janitor down there cleaning up the bottom of the shaft, and people just kept falling and hitting the bottom of the shaft.
Yeah.
Anakin and Padme greater than... That's ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Finn, they started developing well, then gave up. Yeah, the first movie, he had an interesting storyline. They just didn't even bother with it. Anakin and Padme greater than Han and Leia. Good lord. He doesn't even tell her to shut him off. He just goes...
Yeah. Also, it's nice that his off switch is like right there on his neck, easily accessible.
Just shut him down. Lando. So here's my question. How did they get to where they are? They were at Hoth. They left the planet. They couldn't go through hyperspace. Suddenly there's a Star Destroyer. Then they're suddenly in an asteroid field. And now they're in the NOAD system.
Mm-hmm. And about to go to the Lando system.
But,
all without a hyperdrive.
But how did they get to a different system without hyperdrive?
Maybe there's like 20 years elapses between these scenes.
There is a lot of time actually between these. Like, I don't think it's meant to be, a day or two. But they don't have hyperdrive, so it doesn't really make much sense. Something's off.
How did Boba Fett figure this? How did he realize that they were going to be doing this?
Because he's Boba Fett. At least the old Boba Fett. The new one would have, just been happy that Han was alive and, No, you don't get that.
No. They don't notice somebody 100 yards behind them?
He's pretty close. Yeah, he's probably got some kind of blocking thingy.
Oh, Dengar! I forgot about Dengar. What a great character.
I don't know what Dengar's toilet chip looks like. Boba used to be smart. Yep. Billy D. Williams was awesome. Colt 45.
I actually liked Donald Glover as well.
Donald Glover was great.
That was the only good part of that movie.
I like that movie.
I know. We can't all be right.
Except I knew at the very end when Emphas Nest starts to take her mask off, I was like, oh, it's a woman. Because as soon as they pull that little bit where it's the character that you know is a man, you've been thinking, and then they're going to take their mask off, you're like, oh, here it comes. It's the gag every time now.
Yeah.
It was in the Marvel movies. What was it in?
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, well, that Leia started it, right? Let. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Okay, Buck.
No, Dengar is not the gun. He looks like a kind of a chubby drunk guy in a weird suit.
He's got his head wrapped in bandages and yeah.
He's probably a producer's cousin or something. I want to be in a movie. All right, you could be this bounty hunter. Okay, I'll destroy all for which they have fought in See ya. Oh, now we get all these Bespin extra scenes with, look, it's daytime.
Yeah, there's a lot of extra Bespin stuff that wasn't really needed.
No.
Like the the city was clearly established as this really awesome city in the clouds. It's not like you need a bunch of extra stuff. And then when they're running through and there's no more walls, now they're on the outside of it. That's really weird.
Kaiser, I love Kaiser.
What?
Just the comments are just
It looks
awesome.
like he forgot to make a costume. Right? Oh shoot! Wrap it around his head. I think some of the extra footage in here is okay, but when they're running around at the end, that was unnecessary to do some of the stuff they did.
Didn't they add a scene at the end of Return of the Jedi where everyone's celebrating across the galaxy? Didn't they add some Bespin scenes?
Yes, which is fine, but they shouldn't have changed the song. That rankles me. The Yub Yub song is so
Yub
perfect.
Yub is really the way to go.
Yes, it is. Hookadagoy, Yub Yub.
That's a Nooch to Bingo starts singing box. You are like putty in my hands, my friend.
I agree. Donald Glover was the best part of that movie. He was like he did not do an imitation, but he really carried the character really well. Like he easily could have been young Lando. But then I guess Han was pretty good too though.
He was not a young Han Solo. He was just a character.
Crabby. Now there's this old movie, I don't know if it's from the 80s or the 70s, with Billy D. Williams and James Earl Jones, where they're in a Negro Leagues baseball team, where they're actually this traveling baseball team that goes around from town to town and plays the teams in the town and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Just because they're both in it, I thought of it. That's all. The other song is more fitting to the end of the. No, it's not. No, not even close. Yup. That was just perfect. It was right there. It's the Ewoks. Yeah, come on, man. And then they killed the Jabba's Palace song too, which is horrible.
Oh yeah.
That was
Ice noodles.
Yeah, they got rid of that whole. They got rid of that whole song too. The old smoothie.
So who all has capes in these movies? We got, Darth, and we've got Lando. We've got Ben, I guess, kind of wears a cape.
That's a cloak.
Cloak. I'm pretty sure the Kenner figure, though, had a cape.
Dooku wears a cape.
Yes. Padme? Does she wear a cape at some point?
Yeah, she wears a cape sometimes. Like they used to be walking into a wall there, but now they can see. This whole time Lando's thinking, Darth Vader is waiting for you.
Yep. I have such a poker face.
Ichuta. Three PO goes exploring.
Yes, Bail Organa, I think. That's right.
Yeah, Bail Organa had a cape. All right, we gotta go through all of it now. Padme definitely had a cape. Couple times, actually. Did Shmi have a cape?
Shmi.
Did Yoda look a little weird in Last Jedi to you?
Who?
Yoda. Like his face was a little
Um,
bit different.
well, wasn't he all CGI?
No, it was a puppet.
Captain Phasma had a cape.
Oh yeah, Phasma had a cape. Cool.
Boba
Yep, good
Fett
point.
had a cape. General Grievous.
Mon Mothma has a cape. Is it a dress? She has a dress. Do you wonder? I think maybe all the Bothans had capes. Because many of them died.
Many of them died to bring us
This information. No, General Maydeen. She's remembering her Bothan boyfriend. Many Bothans died. Especially my boyfriend. I have no idea how Bothans talk. I think they're like kind of like hairy creatures, actually. Akbar has a tarp. That's close.
Tarp.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp.
It's a tarp. He's a 40-year-old puppet for Yoda and Last Jedi, which is why it looks awful. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So they used the puppet from the original movie. And it just kind of been sitting there
Took
like...
that out of the Smithsonian somewhere in a back room. Batters are worse.
That boy is our last hope. Obi-Wan, you were there.
You were there. You saw it.
That's a little like talk about a dangling the fruit in front of you. There's another. We're all like, wait, what? There's another extra scene.
Yep.
Oh, big time extra scene.
All CGI.
That's unnecessary.
Yeah, but in 3D it probably looks awesome.
3D sucks.
I agree with whoever made a comment earlier about the buns. Now that the buns are gone, the hairdos are much better.
I like the buns. That's another
That's what
weird
I say
one.
about you all the time. People are saying, talking about you. I'm like, well, I don't trust NOOCH either. But he is my friend. I'll ask NOOCH if he can fix this.
Besides, we'll soon be gone. There's an IG droid right there.
Yeah. Not doing so well.
Can't you
that's
handle a
fun
few
character
Ugnaughts there,
in,
Chewie?
In Mandalorian, I don't remember his name, but he was the one who was like, I have spoken.
Quill.
Yes. I hated to lose him.
Yeah, I agree. Nick Nolte made a brief appearance in something finally. Lando's got people. He's not getting it. She doesn't trust him.
Tell me how you really feel. Has Cosmo seen buns, NOOCH?
Having trouble with your droid.
You have buns?
Has Cosmo seen Buns Nooch? Oh.
Now I want to see buns, NOOCH.
I don't. I'll share it here at the end. I don't have it. I can bring it in. Whoop. I put my folder structure over your face on the stream.
Oh dear.
Here you go. It'll be on the stream in a few seconds.
saw Nooch's buns at 15.
That happened too.
I've been in therapy for years. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yep, there's Buns Nooch. Well, let's sit down and have a meal with Darth Vader.
Yeah, talk about an awkward dinner party. Yeah.
Because
Pass
Darth
the
Vader
potatoes.
sits down. Like he's like, I'm
Yeah.
really hungry. Does he pull his helmet up?
Drink through a straw?
Yeah, right?
I hope we're having Jell-O and mashed potatoes with some juice boxes.
I think Han definitely got the worst of this deal. I don't feel so well. Who has the best buns, Leia or Vespa? Oh, Princess Vespa has some pretty good buns. Not remembering Princess Vespa?
I know who that is.
She's a base. What, are you looking at Princess Vespa now?
No, I know who that is.
What are you doing? You're looking up something, I can tell.
I'm not. Hands are here.
Hand check.
Remember this?
Kids, they think they started that stuff.
I know, right? We're so clever.
We should just do the finger. Like,
I know.
you go to the urinal, you come away, you got the finger there. If they look, you ah!
We can't do that on YouTube, though.
No, you can't do that. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely the worst. He's getting electrocuted, dude. Lando's like glaring at Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's kind of like an awkward.
This is a really cool scene, though. Like,
Yeah, they should have changed his voice.
I agree. They should have left his voice alone. Little throat tickle for you.
Again, Vader allocating Imperial resources to his personal whatever.
Yep. When they changed Vader's last line when he leaves Cloud City, he used to just say, "Bring my shuttle," and that was it.
Bring
and
my
now,
shuttle.
yeah, bring my shuttle. And now he's got this long like soliloquy. You'll see it. It's really a waste. It's
I
like,
vaguely remember it.
yeah, it's just too much. It's like there's no need for all of it. Like, I didn't need more explanation. He needed his shuttle. He's leaving. I feel terrible. He's always got a line.
Thank goodness there's a slab that comes out of the wall in this room.
A hard iron slab.
Press the slab button. See, he's going for the sympathy.
Notice Lando flinch when Chewie barks. Like, Han does look pretty horrible there. His face is all pale and
I mean, his hair is mussed.
yeah. It's like, don't touch me there.
Put me back on the slab.
It's nice and cold. It's a tarp. Oh, they gave all Han's booster shots. Yeah, that kind of looked like that actually. You always prefer the Family Guy version. Oh my! Oh, I know. I don't know. I've never seen it, so. The I know line has become like legendary in more recent years. Like it used to be really cool, but now it's like on socks and T-shirts and like you can get matching T-shirts. I love you, I know, or hats and stuff.
Just like the hats that you and I have.
Yes, that would be actually really funny. If we, as soon as we get together next summer, we just show up with. I bet nobody would get it.
It is true. If I could sweep a cape on like he did, that would be pretty sweet.
I agree. And it's really cool in Solo when he's got like a whole closet full of different colored capes. That is really cool.
Didn't the Kenner, wasn't there a Kenner figure with Chewbacca and a little taken apart C-3PO on his back in some webbing? I think you could get that.
Probably, but I don't remember.
Get the taken apart 3PO.
Makes sense.
Boy, Leia looks daggers at him.
Yeah, she stared right at Darth Vader again. Yeah, Lucas didn't write it. It was ad lib. We know. I know.
Well played.
It's so cool when you see it, but you know when they're filming it and they did it like 50 times to try and find the right line. I love you too. I love you. What'd you say? What was that? It was not a bitter disappointment like you had to figure take apart 3PO is not a bitter disappointment like the Gronk droid. How old are you, Kaiser? Notice he didn't put his hands up there, but his hands are up when he comes out. I guess he had a little bit of time, maybe.
You know, given the success of this little operation, you'd think they would use carbon freezing all the time for stuff.
Well, Mandalorian used it, right?
Yeah, once. But yeah, it seems like a great bounty hunter trick, right? Or if you're just looking for something new for your living room.
Yeah, exactly. I have a runner rug in our hallway from our bedroom to our bathroom where our closets are. But Jennifer got it for me, so Mrs. Nooch. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've got it's a runner and it's Han Solo in carbonite. It's pretty cool. She's loosened up with that stuff here in recent years. She buys me Star Wars things now. Makes out with the smuggler he's putting away. What? What's that mean?
In Mandalorian. Come on, keep up.
Did he make out with the smuggler? What? I don't know what's happening. That's that guy's only line in the whole thing.
I know, just think, I was in The Empire Strikes Back. He uses that like on his acting career resume.
He's managing McDonald's.
How was the guy who said, 2 fighters against a Star Destroyer?
Hey, say the line! Say the line, boss!
Wouldn't it be awesome if Jabba had like a whole like wall of all of his bounties? That'd be so awesome.
Like Han Solo and that smuggler and this smuggler. They're taking their time, man.
They're getting paid by the hour by the Empire.
Luke still hasn't figured out that he shouldn't be using the gun. R2, shut up. Dude, they were right there. Lobot was also in Doctor Who. They pull all these guys from all these English actors from Doctor Who. Leia maxed out with Han in front of Vader. Oh, yes, that's true. Okay, got it. I was confused. Classic rebellion versus parental authority, yes. I'm gonna kiss him, Daddy. He's a
Lobot just
smuggler.
sits in his room. He just sits there, kind of meditating until the Apple Watch goes off. Whoa! I guess I should do something.
It's a trap! Bro, it's a trap!
It's a tarp!
So they saved the banks with. Tarp. No.
No.
Now, he walks over a little thing, so there's no way R2's getting in there. R2 wasn't getting in there no matter what happened.
He has jets. He can fly.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was not a big fan of it. Although Revenge of the Sith was pretty funny. That opening sequence in Revenge of the Sith is pretty good. The first, 10 minutes. This is so scary, dude. The colors in here are amazing.
Yeah. It's a good shot.
It really is. Vader's so calm. He's like, all right, kid.
Whatevs, man.
Because he knows he doesn't want to kill him. One-handed.
Plus, he's 1.5 feet taller.
Now he goes two hands. He's like, oh, he's improved here a little bit. Oh, no, he's back to one.
4th best lightsaber fight.
I love right there. Luke spins around and Vader, kind of flourishes his lightsaber to make sure it doesn't stab him or anything. Oops. And you never see Lobot again.
Nope. Thanks, buddy.
And yet he's still a legend. He takes the handcuffs out and is immediately being choked. Ready for the 4th best lightsaber fight? Don't go into the black room now. Vader has the camo. Kaiser's all about the camo in Bespin. Platform! Now here comes when they're running around and they're going through hallways, but the hallways have no walls now. You
just want to take that ship, right, and just iron something with it.
It does look like a big iron, I agree. It's really cool, though. It's like, it's a vertical ship. You don't think about it that way, usually.
Yeah. What's with Leia's onesie?
Yeah, when did she change into that? I guess she had stuff on over it when they went to dinner.
Maybe that's her prisoner outfit when they locked everybody up.
Nah, not really.
You were saying?
All too easy. Couple of great lines right there.
Yeah.
All too easy. Impressive. I love how it's such a great, most impressive.
That smoke's gonna get right into his ventilation system.
It's true. I mean, look how far advanced that is of the last movie's lightsaber duel. Now, this is the part when Luke jumps off here. We always thought there was a trampoline because he bounces right back up, but he's just standing up. Here it comes. He jumps down. We were always like, is there a trampoline down here?
Oh, they cut the scene, don't they?
I think they did.
You don't see him pop back up.
Yeah. It's because there was a trampoline, and they knew everybody knew it.
He's like in a giant dryer.
This is scary stuff, man. Nice fighting, Luke. If Darkseid's supposed to be all anger, how come they usually seem to be so calm? Except Kylo. Good question. Beware of flying objects.
So is Vader kind of giving up on keeping him alive now because he blows him out the window?
Maybe he knows that he can handle it. I don't know. He's got to prove himself. He can't just give it to him. Luke's a little behind there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I'll swing over here.
Oh, box. Oh, I missed the suitcase.
Yeah, Palpatine's very angry in his fight against Yoda. That's true. But in the early movies, they were always very calm. Although Palpatine against Luke, when he's like zapping him, he's not like screaming, but he's not happy. He's clearly consumed with the dark side of the Force. That guy walked right into it. I think he's around the corner. Oh, crap.
You're right. She was around the corner.
Think stormtroopers have life insurance provided by the Empire? That's added right there. That's not great. .3PO's talking to him, but he's already off the screen. Like he was down the hall, talking about how he wasn't.
Wait, I'm still talking.
They can't shoot anything, man.
20 feet away. Target is running away from you.
Not strong.
I think R2 ever has like a USB adapter that comes out, and he like tries to put it in, and then it's wrong, so he pulls it back and he flips it over.
And puts it in.
Dang it!
I do that daily. Or he turns his arm up to look at it and like this.
Yeah.
And then it's still wrong.
Yeah.
Chewie just... I love how 3PO's like, that hurt. Really? Did it?
So he feels pain?
Apparently. Is this or Dooku versus Anakin the most one-sided fight? This is more one-sided than that. Anakin was kind of dumb, though. Well, no, Anakin kind of ran. No, Anakin hung in there for a minute. With that little, whatever that deal was. I'm sure there's a name for that kind of lightsaber style. You guys can tell me from canon. I don't have... This scared me to death when I saw it first time.
Yeah, is he holding his breath?
Yeah, definitely. And he is not happy. Clearly.
Maybe come all the way down here.
Luke's just like, get me out of here, dude. Realizing here that David Prowse is like twice as strong as Mark Hamill. But he's kind of limited by the suit. That did it. Now I'm going to cut your hand off.
Yeah, right in the
Zing!
shoulder. At least it cauterizes the wound.
That's true. You don't get a lot of bleeding from lightsabers. Except in the first movie when you cut off Walrus Man's arm, then you bleed. There you go. Anakin used Gem So. See, I knew somebody would know it. Most one-sided was Palpatine versus the guys. Yes, that is the most one-sided battle of all time. Luke, Chewie, I don't even know what Ford's talking about there. Yeah, Sidious when he goes, it's treason then. When he comes out and just goes, oh, those guys are like dead. They're just frozen in fear. Greatest cinematic moment ever.
I remember after the movie coming out of the theater, and of course there are people in line, right, to see the next showing or whatever, and just feeling like, I know something you don't know.
I didn't believe it. I told my dad, I'm like, it's not, I don't think that's true. And he's like, yeah, that's... Like, he understood the significance of it, and I was just thinking, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, we were, what, 8?
Yeah, 8. Yeah, 8. See, now when I saw Last Jedi, as we were walking into the theater, this kid goes, Dad, I can't believe Luke Skywalker's dead. And I look over, and the guy's like, oh. The guy's like looking at me like, oh, I'm so sorry. He's like, dude, you can't do that.
We've talked about this.
The kid just like right in my face. I'm like, I mean, it wasn't like surprising or anything. How convenient.
This is what Disney should put in at the Star Wars ride or something like that.
Oh, yeah. And if you don't catch onto the...
Tube gets sucked in.
Yeah. If you don't catch the hanging thing, you fall in, you just fall into nothingness. There went that guy. There's another one. Let's dump all of our trash out so it'll hit this weather vane right here. We'll put a series of, I don't know, what are those things? A series of sensors to make sure the trash is on its way out. Where do you dump your trash? Down this giant hole. What do they do? What is that whole mechanism for? I never thought about that. Is it just like a big trash bin?
Yeah, what do you do with that?
It just sucks in the trash, opens up, drops it out. There it is. I would think that stuff would be a lot slicker if that was the case.
mark off Old Man Cough on my bingo card, by the way.
There you go. I did it.
You did it.
Here's your first clue. There is another. Who could it be?
Better when in Return of the Jedi when they're having a conversation. You know, Luke and Vader. Father, son.
No, that's this coming up.
Is that in this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's coming up.
Here we go. Listen.
Yeah, dumb.
Yeah. Call my Star Destroyer to prepare for my arrival. Bring my shuttle. We get it. We get it. Plus, it was the way he said it, too. Bring my shuttle. Like, it was much better. Oh, we get the shuttle scene in there now. Don't let go too. Hold on there, Luke. They're not there yet. I always thought this is cool when it opens up. There's just like this bright light. I don't know why.
First, you got to latch on with your hook.
Ow.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
We're all fine here, thanks. How are you?
How are you?
Luke is not fine.
Not looking good. Watch those hands, buddy.
Yeah.
I forgot they added this shuttle scene too.
Yeah, completely unnecessary. There's no reason for this. It actually takes away from him being on the bridge a little bit, actually, when you really... I don't know why I gotta keep saying actually. Another kiss.
No, that was just a peck.
Yeah, it was kind of like, well...
That's just between friends.
I don't want my sister kissing me that way. Sorry, sisters. I don't think they mind.
Luke needs a hand.
Hey!
Just been waiting to use that joke.
Oh, Kaiser, it's fun when your kids saw this because they didn't know that he was his father. That's awesome. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, so when you grow up with the prequels, you know that he's Vader, and you know that Luke is, But the good point that they brought up before was, but you didn't know that Anakin was going to turn evil. Like, they weren't expecting that. So you still get a twist. It's just a different twist.
This was the twist of all twists, though. Like,
I think so.
It's legendary in movie history.
Yes, my lord.
You know, the Imperial insignias, they always have two rows, the red and the blue, and they're always the same number. It's not like they have two red and one blue.
Yeah, or Piet's got some extra rows or something.
Well, yeah, he's an admiral now.
But yeah, he doesn't have a...
List our best movies. All right, Nooch, what's the best one?
The best Star Wars movies?
Yeah.
Well, Empire's the best. I go 5, 4, 6, and then 3 or Rogue One. Probably 3, and then I like Rogue One. I like the end of Rogue One. I gotta go 5, 4, 6, 3, Rogue One. And then it gets a little fuzzy.
I would go 5, 6, 3, Rogue One, 4. So same ones, just in a different order. New Hope is just not one of my top.
Really?
Nah.
It gets extra cred for me because it's the original. This is it.
It's been a long time. Oh, I shouldn't have had those tacos.
Did you say I shouldn't have had those tacos? Is that what you said?
Well, Luke was sitting there like, oh.
That's what Mrs. Nooch was saying last night, actually. You shouldn't have had those tacos. You had to put on 3D glasses to see Imperial signature? Yeah, maybe. Oh, besides Star Wars?
Oh, interesting.
Well, I probably have to take Indiana Jones out of the equation, too.
Well, I would say Last Crusade is up there.
Yes.
The Princess Bride.
I love Princess Bride. Shawshank is maybe...
That's a good one. I don't know if it'd make my top 10.
It would, for me. Jaws, I
For
love.
some reason, I've got a very special place in my heart for Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's not my top 10, though. But it's a great movie.
Well, Mrs. Cosmo thinks I should not have showed it to my kids.
Why?
It makes fun of parents. It makes all parents look dumb. I'm like, yeah?
Get the car. Or whatever. I don't know the line, but... That's my dad wouldn't let us watch Dukes of Hazzard because it made fun of the police.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We still watched it.
Boss Hog.
361-524. Wrath of Khan is a great movie.
Wrath of Khan, yes. You know, it's coming up on its... Is it 40th anniversary?
Makes sense, yeah.
That sounds about right. I think this year.
If Jaws is on TV, I'll watch it. I love Jaws, especially the second half when they're on the ocean. That whole entire sequence. But my top movies, I have to take Indiana Jones out because Last Crusade to me is just I'll watch that. I can watch that over and over and over and over again.
Also, you can make fun of me, but Tron Legacy is a great one. Groundhog Day, I watched that every Groundhog Day.
Do you really?
20-some years, yep.
Groundhog Day is a great movie.
It is a great movie.
I love the Godfather movies, 1 and 2.
Check off stream hits 2-hour mark. I've almost got Nooch Bingo.
You've almost got... Uh-oh, what do you need?
This one thing yet.
Snatch is a good movie. It's not my favorite. Usual Suspects is a good movie. Shawshank is definitely there. Goodfellas, nah. I like Goodfellas, but it's kind of, I don't know, it feels cliche to me. The Millennium Falcon is so cool. They're really close to that galaxy, by the way.
I know. And
like,
it's spinning really fast.
If they can see that galaxy from there, does that mean they're in between galaxies?
Die Hard, the greatest Christmas movie of all time.
It's up there. It's definitely a Christmas movie, too.
All right. You have not referred to yourself in the third person yet.
I don't do that a lot anymore.
I know. So I don't think it's fair that it's on the bingo square.
I still do it sometimes.
Well, not tonight.
Well, sorry. The first three, no, the second Die Hard is one of the worst movies ever made.
Yeah, true.
The third one is good with Samuel L. Jackson. I like that one. But the second Die Hard in the airport is really bad movie making. I prefer Godfather. Godfather is way better than Goodfellas. That's not your kind of movie, is it, though?
I haven't seen either of those.
Yeah, I didn't think that was your kind of thing. Top Secret. We'll put Top Secret this time. That was when we watched that movie a lot.
That is a good one.
Yes. Excuse me, he's just a little horse.
How do we know he's not Mel Torme?
You dropped your fake dog do. What fake dog do? All right.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for popping on, guys, and Cosmo. That's fun. I really enjoyed doing this with you. It counts when he says Nooch too. Oh, no. Well, I guess maybe that would count at the end there. That's kind of a cheat, though. I have to say it every time when I say Nooch too good. Anyway, so we'll come back maybe sometime in March later on. Down March, April, watch Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
All right. There it is. John Ratzenberger. I paused it right there.
Yep. Yep.
There it is. All right, guys. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead, those are good. I don't have my top 10 or anything. I'll have to make a top 10. Shawshank is in my top, is maybe at the top of my list. Because I just think it's such a great movie, and then you don't even know there's a twist coming. Like, the twist makes it, like, over the top.
Even
It was
better.
Yeah, but it was already good before that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got any final words for us, Cosmo?
I don't. It's fun to hang out and relive our 30 years ago. Oh, it's been more than 30 years, hasn't it? Wow. Wow.
I know, 32 years. Life of Brian. No, you gotta. Holy Grail's better. Is the better movie there? Holy Grail might be in the top 10.
It's got to be 2 in the morning. You got to be punch drunk, silly.
You're just banging 2 coconuts together. All right. Anyway, well, thanks, guys. Thanks, Cosmo. Talk to you later. Everybody have a good time. And always remember,